What's going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Monday Night Raw post show for May 8th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining me right here on your Monday nights, wherever you may be. Guys, Monday Night Raw tonight. We saw the start of the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship Tournament. And I have to say, the matches for the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament were great. You know, the triple threat matches to get to the finals, to the semifinals, which was the main event on Monday Night Raw tonight between Balor and Seth Rollins. Those were great. The main event was even great as well, as we saw Seth and Finn Balor rekindle their rivalry from 7 years ago, back at SummerSlam 2016, when they were involved in the first ever Universal Championship crowning of that championship, and we were trying to figure out who was going to be the first ever Universal Champion at that time, which turned out to be Finn Balor, but then he had to vacate that due to injury. This time, we saw Seth Rollins advance, move on, I should say, into the finals of the World Heavyweight Championship triple threat type tournament here. This was good. This was good. What we saw here tonight was very good between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. The triple threat matches were really good. Cody getting, screwed over again by Brock Lesnar when he got attacked in his triple threat match against Balor and The Miz. That was honestly the best case scenario, to be quite honest with you. A lot of people were probably thinking that I would be upset at that outcome. Honestly, that was the only outcome that I was going to accept. Cody Rhodes should not be anywhere near this freaking championship. He was going to be in the tournament, and I was fine with him being in the tournament, but as long as he lost in the first round, I was going to be perfectly okay with this. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes is going to happen again. And Cody Rhodes already basically confirmed that it was happening again when he was doing a backstage interview with Kathy Kelly. He says he wants to fight. Well, then by God damn it, we're going to fight. So Brock, I accept your challenge. So it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar in Saudi Arabia at Night of Champions. And we're going to be seeing what this fight is all about. Now, most likely this is going to be some sort of stipulation. We have no idea what the stipulation will be. Some people are thinking it's going to be an ambulance match. Some people are thinking it's going to be a last man standing match. Some people are thinking it's possibly going to be a steel cage match. We don't know. If anything, there will be some sort of stipulation behind this, and we will be getting to see an actual fight between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. Now, as a, funny little bit here, I said, why don't we do a fight pit? Brock Lesnar has some massive MMA experience. Obviously, he was a part of the UFC. And, every single time that we've seen a fight pit go down in WWE, it has been with somebody that has had that fighting experience, like Matt Riddle, amongst many others. Matt Riddle really excels in that type of environment when he was in the when he was basically in the fight pit match against Seth Rollins. That was an amazing match to see. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, as we all know, they really don't like each other IRL, and they managed to do a fantastic fight pit match when they were going at it. But imagine if we got a fight pit between Brock and Cody. Now, Cody would get absolutely destroyed. But, at the end of the day, I think when it comes to the whole adversity angle with him and, trying to fight back to try to get back to that world championship picture, it makes sense, This feud between Brock and Cody really has like a two-match type, limit here. I don't want it to go to 3 because honestly, I think the best bet is to have Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam, but I highly doubt that actually even happens. I personally want this to just end at Night of Champions, but will I most likely get that? Will I most likely get that wish? Probably not. I think we are probably going to go to 3, and we'll see where things go from there. But Cody versus Brock is basically confirmed for Night of Champions, 2 nights from this Saturday. Well, 2 weeks from this Saturday, I should say, not 2 nights, because 2 nights from this Saturday is Monday Night Raw next week. But yeah, all of that being said, Brock versus Cody is going to be confirmed there. We have Seth Rollins going to the final, going to Saudi Arabia for the World Heavyweight Championship. And we're good to go, man. Other than that, not much happened. I mean, we saw Dana Brooke on television tonight. I mean, if that's any indication about what the fuck happened here on Monday Night Raw tonight, I mean that should be logic in and of itself. The SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley completely squashed her, and yes, I say the SmackDown Women's Champion. It's freaking ridiculous that we're still even getting that, But at the end of the day, that is what we have here. I'm going to be bringing in my boy Tay in here in just a second. So here we go. Excuse me for a second. And there's my boy. What's up?
Good. What is good?
All right, man. How'd you feel about Monday Night Raw tonight, man? I was just kind of going over everything that kind of happened and just like, a little quick overview. How'd you feel about everything tonight overall?
I thought it was a pretty good show. It was pretty decent. I don't know what they're gonna do with fucking Rhea Ripley and the SmackDown Women's Championship because she's on Raw, but whatever. We saw some pretty good
Tell me
matches.
about it.
I really enjoyed the triple threat matches.
Yes.
Um, I love that Cody didn't win. I really thought he was gonna win, but he didn't,
I love
and he
it.
got
I
put
love
with.
that he didn't win. I love it. I, I mean, it was probably predictable that Brock was going to attack Cody and all that situation, but I was so happy I was actually able to call that in the way that I did.
Another thing too, the way is back on the main roster. I
Yeah,
like that. And Johnny Gargano said he's coming back soon.
he
Like,
teased Tommaso. He teased Tommaso, man. It's
I
gonna be
can't wait.
great.
I
Um,
love how the main event was basically a repeat of a match almost 7 years ago. God
I know,
dang.
man. It's 7 years ago, man. It's
This
crazy
is
to
a
even
time
think about
flies.
that. That was 7 years ago, but it was.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, man.
I like
I Other than the
I like
World
it.
Heavyweight Championship tournament stuff, I really wasn't too much into this show, but I mean, it was what it was tonight for sure. I guess
Yeah, I like also the callback in the main event, the callback to SummerSlam 2016 where
Yeah,
Seth threw Finn into the ring. And
yeah.
now he's the
So see where things go from there. Loft, my boy, how are you feeling, my man? I mean, I know Raw is still 3 hours. It still sucks. Now we have to waste 3 hours of our lives, but the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, the Raw side of things, concluded tonight. Obviously, Seth Rollins, who was the odds-on favorite on the Raw side, got the job done. He is going to Saudi for the world title. How are you feeling about it all, man?
Thank the Lord. But I got scared for a little bit. But this
when
show,
when Cody hit the 3 crossroads, I was like, "Oh boy, are they actually doing it?"
I was waiting for Brock's music to hit, but that was cool. But just I I told chat I was like I'm not live streaming Raw anymore on TikTok. I'm just only going to do SmackDown and pay per views because I can't take the show anymore. I'm sorry, it's just draining. It's just it's not good. It's not a good show. It's too
I'm
long.
surprised you were alive tonight. I didn't think you were going to be.
Yeah, I did it. I told him I would. I was gonna give him one more chance, and I gave him one more chance, and this is the last chance. No, I can't. SmackDown's
I
gonna be
thought
great.
that was a pretty good show.
Oh, and guys, I heard all over the place tonight that there was this big return that was going to be taking place tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
If that big return was Becky Lynch, that's not a big return.
it
That's
was just
just,
Becky.
oh
That's
yeah,
what
she's
it was.
back.
It was Becky.
And like
That's how I knew Raw was bad because the highlight of the night was Trish, and then it became quickly the low light because she went out there and just cut the worst promo I
that
ever seen.
segment was bad. That segment
I
was
know
terrible.
it
It
was
was
cool before she started
terrible.
talking. I was hyped before she started talking. They started talking. I was like, "This is terrible."
Absolutely terrible, man. Like, listen, I love Trish. Don't get me wrong, but she is not meant for today's television at all. I thought it was gonna be just WrestleMania, and that was it. I thought that's what basically everybody was brought back for. I thought the women were brought back for that WrestleMania spot, and then that was going to be it. I didn't think she was actually going to be drafted, first of all, and then actually be a regular on television. That's
Yeah, her being
not what we signed up here for.
I mean, listen. I
I
was
love
cool.
Trish. I'd love to stare at her every single day of the week, but
That's crazy. That's crazy.
but I mean, we're not doing this here. We can't.
Shit.
I mean, one thing I never can do is complain about Trish Stratus on my TV show. Hey,
I was
What up,
hyped, and then
James?
she just cut the promo, and then it just got progressively worse. And I was like, okay, well,
Yeah.
this is it now. This is
Yeah. Um. So I mean, all right. So we got the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. I actually like the way that they actually set up the bracket, the bracket and everything. I wish I had it up here. Um, I wish I actually had it pulled up on StreamYard, but I'll just read you guys what is going on right now when it comes to World Championship bracket because the bracket is pretty nice. You know, um, we obviously had the Raw side tonight where I had Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes, and The Miz. Obviously Finn Balor won that due to the interference from Brock Lesnar onto Cody Rhodes, basically getting destroyed on the outside. Then Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, and Damian Priest was the actually the first triple threat that we saw tonight, and that one was really good to see. Shinsuke back on Raw is just fantastic. Damian Priest, he basically got into this. I would say he got into this tournament because of how fantastic he did against Bad Bunny at Backlash. You know, the whole thing about Damian Priest being a part of this is that, yeah, sure, he did not win, but man, this guy's stock is going to continue to skyrocket. And like, if he does more amazing performances like this, you know, with Bad Bunny and now this, I mean, dude, the sky's the limit when it comes to Damian.
yeah.
So, um, so we saw Finn and Seth go in there, and then we had the main event, which was the semifinals to get Seth Rollins into the championship match at Night of Champions. Uh, for some reason, Dana Brooke was on television against Rhea Ripley, who is still the SmackDown Women's Champion. If that doesn't give you any fucking indication about what's going on in the women's division, that's something to go on there. And then Natalya is going to be her next challenger. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. We need legit credible challengers for Rhea Ripley, who is still the SmackDown Women's Champion, might I add. So, what's going on there? Seriously.
Um, I don't know. But why is Natalia everybody's first opponent for SmackDown for the damn titles?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's still the SmackDown Women's Championship on Monday Night Raw. Dude, nothing makes any sense. And Natalya? Of all people?
Yeah, what is that? What was that?
And Natalya was just nonchalantly just walking to the ring when Dana was just getting, demolished,
Yeah,
brutalized.
speaking of Dana Brooke, did y'all see that fan interaction, bro?
That was the funniest thing. Did you
Wait,
see?
what?
When she came to the ring, she was trying to she was trying to give the fan a high five, and he just stood there, so she just did like a little awkward fist bump.
It was the weirdest thing. She was like, "You want your high five?" And he was like not looking at her at all. He did not want that high five. And she like forced it, and it just looked terrible. I'm like, walk past.
Second-hand embarrassment.
It just looked weird.
So we had that happen. We had another women's match here tonight as well, as Zoe Stark made her debut from the NXT roster, getting drafted over to Monday Night Raw as she faced Nikki Cross. To me, I thought it was a good showing, and I hope that
Really?
WWE and um, I hope that WWE just allows Zoe Stark to continue going on that path and continuing to try to actually, get the crowd on her side, regardless if you like her or not. To me, I think she is a very good talent in the ring. It's just she's very bland, and
Yeah,
there's not much
that's my issue.
there. So
That's my issue with her. She's a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong. Like, but her
yeah,
character, I can't mess with it.
yeah.
I can't mess with
It's just very bland, and hopefully the crowd can continue to try to get behind her, if anything. But at the end of the day, when you have a bland character like this, Loft, I mean, you've had this whole thing about Zoe Stark for months, maybe even since she's been here. What does Zoe Stark really have to do other than well, other than to change a character, so to speak, um, than to just try to figure things out as
She's
she's
also
on the
not
main
that
roster
great
now?
on. She's also not that good on the mic either.
Well, the mic and the character is really what's holding her back
She's
to
not
me.
terrible on the mic, but she could be better.
I dislike her because she took out Nikita, and her and Nikita just argue over shit like that. I dislike that specific reason. She's a great wrestler. Her character is just blah. I don't
It's
think
just
it's
bland to me, dude. It is.
Damn.
Ivy Nile's better, and I don't know why Ivy Nile was not called up. I
Well,
I I don't get it. I don't
Dude, I'm
I don't
understand.
know
telling you
why the
right now,
damn man.
why weren't
I
the
just thought
Creed
about that.
brothers along with Ivy Nile got called up, bro?
I just thought
The
about that.
Creeds,
Why won't they call up?
What?
Like, I just thought about that
dude,
shit.
the
Why won't they
freaking
call up?
Creeds are so ready, man. But I mean, we'll get there. Zoe Stark will get there. It's just gonna take a matter of time. There's a lot of time to be had when it comes to this. Raw is 3 hours. So now that she is on a show that is 3 hours and at least is getting some opportunities to be in matches on Monday Night Raw. Hopefully, the crowd will be able to get behind her, and
Speaking
we'll
of
see where
NXT
things go from
call up,
there.
I was hoping to see JD McBighead tonight.
I was actually hoping to see JD too. I thought like it was actually never gonna happen. I was just doing this for like a fantasy booking type of purposes here, but like just imagine if we had this main event tonight between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Everybody's thinking it's Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is either going to win this thing here, but then all of a sudden, when everybody's down and out, we see something like a JD McDonough just walk out there. We have no idea what his intentions are, right? No idea what his intentions are or anything like that. He's just standing there, watching the thing unfold. And then all of a sudden, when Rollins is looking like, something's about to happen, JD, comes to the aid of Finn Balor, costs Seth the championship, thus joining Judgment Day in the process and helping Balor win. It was never going to happen, right? It was never going to happen. But JD McDonough, to me, is a perfect fit for Judgment Day, and I'm
He
hoping that
makes
actually does happen.
he makes so much sense considering his history with Finn Balor. Finn Balor
Exactly.
trained him, so it would make
So
so much sense.
it makes sense, and honestly, at the end of the day, it would have been a huge swerve for Monday Night Raw. Plus, Balor getting back into the World Championship picture is just a fantastic thing to see. But obviously, Seth Rollins was the right call
One
here,
day,
and he
though,
was going to.
one day, we're gonna get that Finn Balor world title that he should have gotten in 2016.
Yeah, for sure, man. But how would you feel about that, though? Loff, I mean, if JD McDonough did basically debut tonight to help Finn win, would you have been upset about it as much as possibly anybody else would?
Uh, no. I mean, I was looking for anything to get me hyped in the show, so I that would have been great. Just do something. Do something. Do something.
I was fine with either of these two going to the final, honestly. I was fine with it. I just wanted to see that match.
It was cool, you know. Whoever wins that match was going to win the belt at Night of Champions anyway. So I guarantee you,
Unless we get a
SmackDown.
transfer.
Yeah, well, I forgot. Yeah, but
I don't think that's happening.
I honestly don't think we do. I think whoever represents Raw is going to win the championship. I mean, it only makes sense.
They have control. They have complete control of this. Why would they make it complicated for themselves?
Yeah.
They're doing it.
Now, we also do have the triple threats confirmed for Friday Night SmackDown, as we will go over that as well. Let's just talk about those right now as I, have everything pulled up. We're gonna get some fucking bangers. We're gonna get some fucking bangers live on SmackDown. AJ Styles,
Rey Mysterio,
Edge,
and AJ Styles on free TV.
That's ridiculous.
Edge, Ray, and AJ Styles in a triple threat. It's just absolutely insane. Edge and AJ Styles. I don't think we've even seen these two, meet in quite some time, at least in WWE. I think like the last time was Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
No.
Something like that. There was a match between these two before, but something happened. So that on free television is just fucking insane. We talked about Zoe Stargo a little bit earlier, Michael, but we will get to her stuff and talk about it a little bit more when we get there for sure. But we did talk about her a little bit earlier on in the top. And then the final triple threat is going to be Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Sheamus. Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley, they're just destined to be in matches forever. I feel
Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley, part 100.
It's just it is what it is. I mean, I want Bobby to win this thing here, but why do I think it's going to be Austin Theory?
It better not be Austin Theory.
Why?
It better not be.
I just have. I know it better not be. I want it and I need it to be Bob. But why do I feel like it's going to be Theory?
He's the U.S. champ.
I know he is. I know he is.
But
I know he's.
In theory,
in Austin Theory.
In Austin Theory, it's not. I don't think it's the worst idea. Just because, I mean, I don't. You have one way to go with Rollins, and if it seems like Triple H knows it's one way to go, so I don't really think it matters who wins the triple threat match on Friday, because it doesn't matter. They're not going any other way, I think. So if Austin doesn't win it, it will be a little bit weird because he has the belt. But I mean, I don't think it's groundbreaking or anything because they're going one way, it seems, as of right now.
To me, I think it's going to be AJ and Bobby in the semis, and then AJ beats Bobby to get to Seth. I think it will be an AJ Seth final for the championship. I do.
Inject it into my veins.
That's been my prediction since the very get-go of when this championship tournament was even announced. And at that very point in time, that would be a rematch from Money in the Bank 2019. And if you guys know Money in the Bank 2019 like I do, considering I was at that event, that Universal Championship match that was at the event was a fucking banger.
I am jealous of you. You saw that match live. I'm jealous of you now.
I was so happy. I was so happy. My boy Dylan and I were just up in the Raptors, freaking out about everything. Because that's also the Money in the Bank pay-per-view where Brock Lesnar won the Money in the Bank, and that's when we got Brock in the Bank, and that's when we got the Boombox dancing Brock.
Yeah, it's also the Money in the Bank where Mustafa Ali stood there and just let Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. But yeah, this World Championship tournament is looking pretty damn good. Other than that, man, it was just kind of your normal run of the day Monday Night Raw. Nothing's really changed?
At all.
Not much. Just some new faces. If any new faces. I mean, well, yeah, there are some new faces, but still, nothing's much changed. So, I mean,
They didn't do anything.
nothing
They
about the
had the
presentation.
ropes. Yeah, the ropes.
Nothing about the presentation has changed.
It's the same thing.
There's still the big screen. Still the big screen. Still white ropes, not red ropes, white ropes. Still fucking Kevin Patrick butchering lines all over the place. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I feel bad for Corey Graves back, man. He has to carry that Raw commentary team every week.
I give my hat off to Corey Graves regardless, because he's actually not that bad, but people fucking hate him.
I just don't like him, but he's a great commentator. I just hate the dude.
He's married to Carmella.
Why? Because he's married to Carmella?
No, that's not why.
Yes,
Nah.
That's why.
He got
well, a lot of people hate him for that reason. So
that's a crazy.
It's the same reason I hate CM Punk. Okay, he's married to AJ Lee.
I hate CM Punk for more reasons, but that is one. That is definitely one.
Well,
I hate Phil for other reasons that aren't going to be explained. But it's But yeah, I'm the only Phil that people should acknowledge here. Me, not that other dude in Chicago. I don't care. Yeah, that's a fucking call out. I don't care. My gosh, we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be talking about everything that happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. So make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Turn on the bell for all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. If you guys called it earlier, we weren't technically live earlier on today at noon, but I was here talking to you guys about the 12 men that are in this World Heavyweight Championship tournament and giving you guys my predictions about what was going to happen on the show. So if you guys caught that, thank you guys for all the much love and support on that video. I just thought of doing it last minute. I contacted Loft, but he was going to sleep, so I just decided to do it myself, and it was honestly a very productive, 20-minute video. So if you guys actually did not see that, go check it out. It's on the homepage of the channel, and it's honestly just the last video that is on the channel right now, other than this live video. So go check it out if you haven't. It's just my predictions for the World Championship tournament, and we'll see where things go from there. But yeah, shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. Use the code OTB20 at checkout for $20 off your first purchase using SeatGeek, and go down into the link as our description as well for merchandise. OTB, myself, and Lost merchandise are down in the description below. So go check it out when you can. Loft has his code for discount. I have my code for discount. And OTB20 gets you $20% off your purchase using that code at checkout. So go get your merch today and get yourself a For the Brand phone case, man. Thing's durable, sturdy, it looks fucking great, and yeah, it's a great get. So go do that now.
Do it for the brand.
And save 20%. So yeah, guys, let's get into Monday Night Raw. We started off with Cody, and when you start off with Cody, you're gonna get a promo for the ages, or you're just gonna get Pastor Cody. He is our I know we got Pastor Sugarfoot up in the house right now, but he is our WWE he is our WWE pastor in training.
No.
He has amazing suits. Oh, he's a Homelander. Okay, I got you. But Cody Rhodes is out here. The fans are chanting his name. He asks them what they want to talk about. That famous line. And Cody says, this was his home during the pandemic, and they made wonderful memories together. Shout out AEW. That's a freaking
Yeah.
reference if you guys knew that. That's a reference if you guys knew that or not. But yeah, he referenced AEW in the promo. And he says that he wants to make another good memory here tonight. But before that, he wants to talk about Backlash. He says that he had the task of competing against Brock Lesnar, and he discovered what Lesnar was made of because it was all over his fist. He discovered that Lesnar can be defeated because at Backlash he did in fact beat Brock Lesnar. The night after WrestleMania, Lesnar took away his focus. It became a fight for survival, but not that Lesnar is in the rearview mirror, as it is clear what is next for him is tonight on Monday Night Raw. He is competing in the tournament for the World's Heavyweight Championship. He leaves the ring and starts walking towards the championship that was on a podium on the stage. And he asks to have the monkeys in the production truck put the tournament on the big screen. And he said that he's competing against the likes of Finn Balor and The Miz, Shinsuke Nakamura against Rollins and Damian Priest later tonight on Raw. He says that he got out of a fight for survival, and he plans to do the same until Samantha announces a new World's Heavyweight Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
That is a
and the fans are chanting, "You deserve it."
That sentence terrifies me.
Well, he can't. She can't be saying that now. He's out the goddamn tournament, so she won't be able to say new World Heavyweight Champion. Cody
Never
Rhodes.
thought I'd say this.
So, so that won't be happening now.
Sheesh. Thank you.
The fans are chanting, "You deserve it," and he says, "Let the tournament begin." At this point in time, my grandmother was in the room, and she was like, "Oh, look at this guy with the blonde hair." I'm like, "Yeah, that's Cody."
He's Homelander with an ugly neck tattoo.
She's like, "Wait, that?" She's like, "Wait, that?" She's like, "Wait, that's Cody Rhodes?" I'm like, "Yeah, wait. You know about him?" He's like, apparently she actually knew about him for however many reasons that she did, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
I'm telling you, it's that ugly ass neck tattoo, man.
I'm like, okay.
It's ugly. She was mesmerized by the tattoo.
He's a popular black man.
She actually didn't even notice the tattoo, which is the crazy part. She just noticed the blonde hair.
How can you not notice it? It's so like that. It's right there.
She just noticed the blonde hair, and I was like, "Oh, okay." But to each their own. I mean, as you guys know, I'm probably the biggest Cody Rhodes fan that you ever met. So when she said, "Wait a minute, that's Cody Rhodes," and I'm like, "Wait," she's like, "Yeah, I haven't seen him in quite some time, man. Like that was so long ago." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, he left
she remembers him when he was dashing. She remembers the mustache Cody, the dashing Cody.
Dude, I had WWE in a week, so she's seen Cody before. And I guess she just didn't realize, register. They're like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's just him with blonde hair now and a goddamn big ass neck tattoo."
It's Homelander with an ugly neck tattoo. Yay!
But yeah, it would have been fine if the actual tattoo artist didn't make it so big.
Yeah, why would you put it on your neck? On your neck of all places. Brandy doesn't love him because why would she let him go outside?
I don't know, but it wasn't supposed to be that big. Ask Cody himself. Cody said it himself that it was not supposed to be that big.
But why on your neck? You could have put it on your arm.
Tattoo artist made it.
He could have put it on his chest. Like what? Your neck, bro?
Tattoo artist made it too big, man. I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to say. I can't have Cody here.
Tattoo artist.
Yeah, I wish I had Cody Rhodes here. Imagine we can just have Cody Rhodes tell the story in. Jesus, that would be great.
What?
He said, "Let the tournament begin," and we started And he said, let the tournament begin, and we start off with the first round of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. And it turned out to be Seth Rollins, Shinsuke, and Damian Priest. Now, this was actually changed. I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but this was actually changed. This was actually supposed to be the second triple threat match that was supposed to be happening tonight, but they changed the order of the triple threat matches tonight to have this one first, and then Cody second. Now,
I wonder why.
I don't know why. No, I mean, honestly, anything could be the reason why, but that was just when I was reading all over the place that these two triple threat matches were just flip flopped. To have Cody's go on second and then Rollins just go on first. But this first round matchup between Shinsuke, Rollins, and Priest, very, very good stuff here. In this triple threat. Right winner obviously came out on top. Seth Rollins got the win. It was easier said than done, for sure. Because these three just absolutely killed each other in this. I felt like Damian Priest really could not get pinned because of his, contributions at Backlash. So I felt like Shinsuke was probably going to be the only person to get the pinfall here. Which again, like you, I really don't like that either because Shinsuke legitimately just came back. But I mean, at the end of the day, that's just kind of what I felt was going to happen, and it did. But Seth Rollins winning, easiest call they could have ever made.
Yeah, I agree. It was a good match. Obviously, the right guy won because Seth Rollins. I don't think they will, but I am just so afraid that WWE is gonna swerve us with this tournament because it's so obvious who the winner is. I just got a feeling they're gonna swerve us. I hope I'm wrong, but it's WWE we're talking about.
What? So you don't think that Seth's actually winning this thing now?
I do think he is. I'm just scared that they're gonna swerve us. Like, because it's obvious Seth is winning, but you know how WWE lets us throw a curveball every once in a while.
Yeah. I mean, it is a Saudi show too, so really anything can happen.
But then again, it is a Raw title, so I'm sure Seth is winning, 100%.
But yeah, this match is really good here. Seth Rollins got the win here, so we'll go over the final portions of this match right now. So Seth Rollins, he and Nakamura with right hands, and Nakamura slams Seth face first into the mat. Nakamura then goes for the Kinshasa, but Priest with a big clothesline onto Nakamura. He throws Seth out to the outside. Priest grabs Nakamura, but Nakamura with a kick onto the injured leg from Backlash. So he was still selling the knee injury. Nakamura with a knee bar onto Priest, but Seth hits him with a frog splash from the top rope out of freaking nowhere. Seth then grabs Nakamura and hits him with a pedigree. And he got the cover 1, 2, 3. And Seth was able to pick up the win and go on into the semifinals main event match.
He actually
that would
won
be later on in the night.
That's crazy.
He did win with the pedigree, and I was actually very shocked about that too. But yeah, man, pedigree got the win for Seth, and he moved on into the semifinal main event. So, good stuff.
Good shit.
Good stuff there. Then we had Imperium in the back, talking about Gunther and hyping up his return next week to Monday Night Raw. He says that they say that he is going to be on Raw next week, but they bump into Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kaiser tells them that they are here and next week, Gunther will be on Raw. And Zayn tells them that they were in the middle of something, so just go away. Just, we're minding our own business. You mind your own. Go ahead. Then Vinci says that he does not deal with this kind of disrespect. He's basically not taking any fucking shit.
Yeah, he basically said me personally. He ain't letting it fly.
He basically took out his inner Tony Khan and said, I ain't taking that fucking shit.
I fucking love
You better
Tony.
respect us, and you
I love
are gonna respect
I
Imperium.
love Tony, man. When he put his finger in his face, his fingers in my face. His finger smells weird.
So Zayn says that they will still be Imperium in 5 minutes. So if you can't just come back later, we'll talk. Like, just go. We'll talk to you guys in a second. Kazan tells them that they did not just try to disrespect them by saying that, because with Gunther arriving next week, that would put Zayn and Owens in a very unfortunate situation. Vinci says that if they keep getting the disrespect, they are putting themselves and their tag team titles in danger. Owens says, why are there always henchmen around this place? I mean, the Usos are them to Roman. And then Zayn says, hold on, wait a minute. This is actually different. Because, Roman doesn't even really show up, and the Usos have to deal with them for him. But Gunther, on the other hand, he's actually here most of the time.
Roman's gonna be on SmackDown Friday. He will actually be showing up to work.
Zayn says that they have dealt with the Usos for months, but they will deal with Imperium in one night. And then they challenge them to a tag team match tonight on Monday Night Raw. And they accepted. So there we go. We then had Otis and Chad Gable. Chad Gable's with Otis. Otis took on Mustafa Ali. I don't know why. This was just, for Ali to get a win in his free agency status.
Hey, it made Johnny happy, so.
It made Johnny happy. This was honestly, it wasn't honestly too egregious. Mustafa has won 3 matches in a row now. So that's great for him. Positive Ali is it's doing something right, but Ali beat Otis tonight, and they gained some sort of momentum for his free agency status. I don't know what's really going on with that, but Ali won with a 450 splash, and he got the win over Otis.
You didn't.
So there we go.
You didn't acknowledge Maxine. You didn't acknowledge Maxine Dupree.
Maxine is always great, but she's just standing there.
Still, you got to acknowledge her. Look at her.
She is a fan. She is a beautiful woman. Yes.
What is Otis have that I know? Like Mandy Rose. What do they see in
I got no idea, bro.
And
But Mustafa Ali got the win. Shout out to Johnny. He is on cloud 9 right now, seeing Mustafa, getting the wins here. This really wasn't for anything too special. It just got Ali a win for his free agency status. I don't know why, but it was here. So. Yeah. It was what it was.
Yeah.
There we go. Then we had the second triple threat match between Cody, Finn Balor, and The Miz. And this was fantastic as well, especially the fact of the matter of Brock Lesnar attacking Cody Rhodes during the triple threat, not causing a DQ because there's no DQ in this squad in triple threats. This was legitimately the only way that it made sense to have Brock attack Cody. Because if they did this during the final, man, I would not have liked that at all. I mean, I would have liked that Brock and Cody are going to continue, but the finals needed to end clean, and I'm glad it did. So this was legitimately the perfect way to do it. Do it in a triple threat. There's no DQ, so you have that excuse where Brock can just attack Cody for no reason, but still the reason.
Still no explanation.
There's still no explanation, but at the end of the day, at least he got away with it, and it was what it was. This was legitimately the only way I would have accepted it. So good on WWE for actually having the brain there to do that way. But
what? WWE making sense? What?
I know it's kind of it's here and there at times, but we'll get there. But at the end of the day, Finn Balor won with the coup de grace after the Cody Rhodes attack. After the Brock Lesnar attack to Cody Rhodes, to The Miz, and got the pinfall victory there. So that was that. But Deontay, Loth, this is legitimately the only way that it made sense here.
Yes.
And we still got no explanation, but I don't know if we'll ever get that, but it was what it was.
Yeah, it was predictable as hell that it was gonna happen, but let it in. And Brock's face, holy shit! The man had a black eye, and a giant
stitch.
star.
Yeah,
Cody fucked him up, bro. That's probably why.
I mean, when you have to steal steps and then everything else going on there for you, yeah, man, you're gonna get fucked up.
That's probably why he attacked Cody. He made it. Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yeah, though, look at my face. Look at my face. I want you in a fight. Okay.
If they do a fight pit, Brock Lesnar is going to kill that man.
Destroy Cody.
He's going to murder that man.
So let's go over the final portion of the match, and then I do want to get Lob's reaction to the whole fight thing because, dude, I was telling him about it earlier in this chat, and man, I don't know if it's actually gonna happen that way, but we'll see.
I think he wants a fight,
So, Cody throws Miz to the outside of the ring. Cody grabs Finn, but Finn with an inside cradle, but Cody kicks out. Both men are up, and Cody hits him with a crossroads. Miz threw Cody out of the ring, and he goes for the cover, but Cody breaks it up. He hits Miz with 3 crossroads, and I honestly thought that was going to be it. Cody slowly made the cover onto the Miz, but when he was slowly making that cover, I knew something was going to happen. So, when he was slowly crawling to the Miz to make the cover, Brock Lesnar from behind dragged Cody out of the ring, hit him with an F5 on the outside of the ring. Finn then hit a coup de grace onto Miz, and that's how he got the pinfall victory and got the job done there.
Yeah.
Lesnar then hits Cody with another F5 through the announce table, and then Lesnar grabbed the microphone and asked Cody what he wants to talk about. Lesnar is bruised up with a black eye and the massive scar on his head from the, I think like it was 16 stitches they said on commentary. So he has a massive scar on his face. Lesnar grabs Cody and asks him what he wants to talk about. Again, if he wants to talk about what he wants to talk about is himself. Lesnar tells Cody if he wants to take credit for what this face looks like right now. Lesnar tells him that he got lucky on Saturday. He then says that he wants to talk about a fight. He wants a fight. Lesnar then challenges Cody to a fight at Night of Champions. He asks Cody who is the coward now.
I think he wants a fight. I think
He obviously wants to fight. I mean, that's just obvious. I mean, he's obviously wanting a fight here. Now, we don't know what type of fight, but he wants to fight. And I think a fight is what's going to happen at Night of Champions. What are your thoughts on this fight happening at Night of Champions between Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes? I know there's a lot of fight going on right now, but it's happening. A fight between Cody and Brock at Night of Champions.
If they do a fight pit, they don't love Cody Rhodes. Because he's going to murder that man. Like, do you want to see Cody Rhodes live the next day? He got kids. He got a kid. He got Pharaoh, Brandy.
He's got Liberty and Brandy to talk about here, okay? I mean, listen, we don't need we don't need a legitimate burial in Saudi Arabia like Goldberg did to Bray, okay? We don't need that. It is what it is. But obviously there's going to be some sort of stipulation here. The two stipulations that I have seen the most, other than the joking of a fight pit match, and you know, by all means, I've been sent. I said that to Loff in his chat. I'm like, what if they do a fight pit? I was obviously joking. I don't want a fight pit because honestly, like you said, Deontay, Brock would just legitimately kill the man.
I thought you liked Cody, man. You want to see Cody killed, man? Like, wow.
He would legitimately get killed. But the two most stipulations that I have seen between everything that's going on right now is an ambulance match, which is interesting, and a last man standing match. Now, a last man standing match does make the most sense out of everything. I would not mind that, if anything. It's just a matter of how we're going to be able to get there. But a fight is what's going to happen at Night of Champions, and it's looking to be some sort of stipulation, but we'll get there when we get there, for sure.
Yeah. It needs to be a stipulation to the match. It can't just be a regular one-on-one match. It needs to be a last man standing match, hopefully. No fight pit, because we want Cody to live. Yeah. Last man standing.
So, I'm hoping it's last man standing, but we'll see where things go from there. I did laugh at, please. I don't know if you're there or not, but man, dude, let it be a fight pit. Just let it be a fight pit.
Cody will be disappointed in you. You want to see him die?
Oh no. You guys know I'm obviously joking when it comes to that, but man, if they do a fight pit, bro, dude, why?
Bye-bye, Cody. Bye-bye, Cody.
Why would you want to do that to that man? You're legitimately driving Cody away from WWE if you do that. Cody and TK are on speed dial, bro. He's got that speed dial on lock. And he has to go in a fight pit with Brock.
Man, we're getting nervous.
Dude. I mean, I'm not calling for that agenda at all. Like, I definitely do not want a goddamn fight pit between Brock and Cody.
Only person that would want that is Saul. He would want that.
Oh yeah, he would totally want that. He would just want Cody to just get murdered regardless. You know, he just wants to ruin my day. That's basically what that entails. But you know, with everything going on, I mean, who knows what's really going to be the stipulation? We'll see where things go. But yeah, that was something. So then, after commercial break, we have Rhea Ripley in action. And while I was looking at my notes, I could have sworn that said Rey Mysterio for a second, but no. They got that fucking wrong. I don't know how you fucking get that wrong, news site. but it wasn't Rey Mysterio with Ripley. That would be fucking weird, you know. And I don't know how you fucking mess that up, but it was Dominic with Rhea.
Dominic Guerrero.
Taking on Dana Brooke. This was a fucking squash if I ever saw one. If Dana Brooke is what we're going up against when it comes to Raw talent going up against Rhea Ripley, then I don't want it, bro. I don't want it. Ripley with a prison trap. To have Dana tap out, and that's it. I
forgot Dana Brooke even still worked there.
Do I care? Do I care that Dana's even there? Do I care that Dana was even in a match tonight? No, I don't. And then Natalia, of all people, try to come out and save her. Why?
Do they want this women's division to succeed? I don't think they do.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think they do. I really don't. We have so much more credible people sitting back there on the roster, and yet we have Natalia. And they're still feuding for the SmackDown Women's Championship when they're on Raw.
It's stupid.
It legitimately hurts my brain that I'm even saying these words right now. Like, dude, I
have an aneurysm. I'm having a migraine right now because of this shit.
Loff, what the fuck, man? Why the fuck is Dana Brooke on our TV?
My fault. Why was Dana Brooke on the damn television? I want to know. Why? I don't know what to say, man. And then, what are we doing with Rhea now? Are we like doing the title swap or? No?
I honestly don't know. I don't think so. I really don't, because she's the SmackDown Women's Champion on Monday Night Raw. So I mean, that is just what it is. I mean, it was a squash match here. We had freaking Mustafa Ali win a match on Monday Night Raw for the third straight time in a row. So that's great for Johnny. I mean, we might have, dude, Love. I don't know if you knew this or not, but Brock wants a fight with Cody Rhodes. So I mean, at this point in time, we don't know what this fight is going to be about, but we're gonna get a fight between Brock and Cody. So at the end of the day, what's this fight gonna be about?
Oh,
I want a fight pit match, and I want Cody to get his head ripped off. I think that'll be funny. This one.
Y'all just hate
Dude,
Cody
I wasn't
Rhodes.
joking when I said that in your chat, man. So you want me to be in an emotional distress boy on
for one night, yes.
Saturday, the 28th.
He's challenging a UFC champion to a fight. He's not going to win the fight. He's going to get it destroyed. You don't do that. Well, you should have challenged him like a ladder match.
Okay, well, I talked about this. I talked about this with Deontay when you were handling your business, but there's actually two stipulations that people are talking about right now. That could be the situation that is happening at Night of Champions between the two, and that is A, an ambulance match, or B, a last man standing match. Now, obviously, last man standing makes a lot more sense to me, but if anything, if we do actually get a fight pit, Cody's gonna die, and I mean, TK is on speed dial, bro. He would have TK on the phone real quick, just talking real quick. Just having an emotional talk, not going to AEW, just having an emotional talk because they're boys. It's just crazy.
He walked into this.
The fact that everybody wants a fight pit now is
he walked into it.
That everybody wants a fight pit now. It's just wild.
Bro, I didn't realize I don't know how I didn't realize how bad that fight pit was until I was standing right in front of it. That is one of the most sadistic things I've ever seen in my life. Like that was
it's absolutely insane.
It was ridiculous. And it's like on top of it.
It's an insane structure, man. It's The platform on top of it is what makes it even better. It's what makes it even better. And great picture there, D.
And it looked weird. It looked
dude,
like you couldn't even see the thing. It's just like they were like floating up there. If Brock's up there and he just tosses Cody off the top, I'll lose it.
I don't want this man Cody to die. That's what's gonna happen.
Lost like for one night, yeah, I'll take it.
He just wants to see you. He just wants to see you unhappy.
If we're going through all this in August, we might as well just get it done in 3 weeks.
Well, just wants to see me distressed, and that's okay. He and Saul would probably be on the same team that night for whatever reason, because Saul just wants me to be unhappy every single day of the week when it comes to Cody.
This is bigger than you, Phil. This is about Cody and his adversity because he didn't struggle enough.
His adversity, man.
What better way to struggle than to get your head ripped off by?
Better way to struggle than to get murdered in Saudi Arabia in a fight pit. Like, I don't know. But Balor won regardless. That's what mattered there. Then Rhea squashed Dana Brooke, and Natalya showed up for whatever reason. There's that. And then we had Byron Saxton talking to Zoe Stark. He asked her about the added expectations since joining Raw. She says that she has competed. She has complete confidence in her ability. She tells him to come with her as she is walking to Nikki Cross, who is drawing circles in the air because she's crazy. She's a crazy Nikki Cross now, so she has to draw circles. So he says that she is going to succeed because there are people like this on our roster right now in the women's division, just absolute weirdos. And Starks challenged Nikki to a match, and Nikki accepted. So there was that. And then we had Kevin Owens versus Imperium when we came back from commercial break, and the match is good. Right? I'm not saying the match is bad by any means. I love Imperium. I love Sami and KO. But holy shit, if Imperium loses another fucking match, dude, they should be in the tag team title picture right now. They really should be. If you give these people the freaking chance, they would be in that tag team title picture and make it worth your while. They are so good. Why don't they ever be taken serious? Why can't they be taken seriously?
Because it's all about that angel out. Gunta.
I understand that too, but it's a 3-person faction.
Yeah,
it is a 3-person faction. I thought Imperium should be, a dominant faction, not just a dominant solo act in a faction, Imperium should be on top of the world right now too. That's all I'm saying.
Well, they can't because there's a thing called the Bloodline, where their dominant faction, where their dominant champion doesn't want to show up to work.
All they gotta do is put Imperium in some matches against like some of the tag teams that are on the roster but aren't gonna win. That's all you gotta do. If you put them against the tag team champions, they're going to lose. That's all that is to me at least.
I know. I just want them to be taken more seriously, even though Gunther wasn't there.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because when Gunther is there, I mean, everybody's just focused on Gunther.
Yeah.
How could you not?
So they had their prime opportunity to show, like, hey, listen, he's not here, so let's actually fucking go out there and do our thing. And they did their thing tonight. It was a great match. But it's against Sami and KO, and you're going to lose to the tag team champions, like Lop said. I just hope WWE knows what they have. That's what I
I
basically
think
am
so.
saying here.
I think
They know
I
what they
hope.
have. They just don't want to use it right.
I think they do. Just mad at working it out, I guess.
Because, I mean, yeah, sure, his name is Leonardo da Vinci. But,
What?
I mean, he is fantastic, bro. And then we got Ludwig Kaiser. He's
So we're
great.
just gonna speed past and call him Leonardo da Vinci.
That's his name, right?
It's basically his name, yeah. I mean, it's Giovanni Vinci, but I always call him Leonardo because it's
Yeah,
just
Leonardo
Vinci.
DiCaprio.
that's the best name. Was.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
But yeah, man. I mean, Sami and KO pick up the win here.
By the way, the Lakers won.
Owens to the back body drop onto Vinci. Stunner onto Kaiser. Vinci then rolls Owens up. But Owens kicked out. Owens then with a super kick and Zayn tagged in. Zayn then did a hula kick and he got the cover 1, 2, 3. And they didn't retain anything. This was not for the titles.
Yeah, so could have had a triple double.
But they won the match and it was a good thing there. So good stuff. Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville were backstage trying to get signatures for a women's tag team title rematch. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. You're doing the wrong team anyway. This is not the right team. You know, you had a perfect pairing with Carmella and Chelsea Green. Money is green. It's right there. It's in the fucking name.
To be fair,
I know
Carmella-
Melo's pregnant and she's gone right now, and I wish her nothing but the best in her future pregnancy. Because I think that's absolutely fantastic for her. I do. She's an absolute awesome mother to Corey's kids, so
did you see
that's
the
great.
reactions to when she announced
Dude,
that?
that was so good, so wholesome. She's such a good mother to them anyway, so them having to see that reaction is just awesome. And I know she's pregnant right now, so I'm actually really hoping for the best for her. But that tag team actually had something, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, blame Corey Graves. Blame Corey Graves.
Just blame Corey Graves for impregnating his wife.
What are y'all talking about?
Taking away the tag team.
What conversation y'all having right now?
I'm talking about how Carmella and Chelsea Green were the right tag team and not Sonya.
No, I hear you. What are you talking about? Like I hear you talking. I hear what's happening. I hear the conversation. Oh my god.
Oh, this was also in the segment where the Way was there, and they're like, we're like, no, we're not gonna sign, but thank you. And then Johnny teased that Tommaso is coming back soon.
And
so
I
that's
swear
good.
to God, he better come back with No One Will Survive, or me and Triple H are gonna have problems.
Either No One Will Survive or just no music at all. Please.
Yes. He's done it before, shit.
Then no music at all, Tommaso Ciampa. So good. If any of you guys in the chat have not seen that, go out of your way, watch that, and tell me why that was probably one of the coldest entrances you ever could have seen.
No music, just a crowd full of bulls.
So good. So good. Zoe Stark and Nikki Cross. Not a bad showing for Nikki Cross. I mean, not a bad showing for Zoe Stark, I should say. But today she won with the Z360. Was that the name that she used in NXT?
I highly doubt it.
I think she called it something 360. She called it something else 360. It's the same name in 2K.
Okay.
Okay. Cool finisher.
Okay. Oh, I love it, man. Basically doing a
GTS.
well, yeah, it's a spinning GTS, but I mean, like she basically does like an abdominal stretch, turns her around into the GTS, bro. It's like fucking
And she does it
great.
better than Phil guy, that Philip guy.
Oh, dude, and anytime you do like some sort of like rotation with it, dude, it's always great. Um, but yeah, she won with the Z360 and got the win. Um, just great stuff there by Zoe Stark. I actually hope that the crowd actually does somewhat warm up to her. Just get better on the mic, continue to improve the character, and you're good to go. Just baby steps. Baby steps when it comes to Zoe. Just
what freaks me out though? I think whenever Nikita does get drafted, I think they're gonna add her to Raw so they can restart their feud. And I don't want Nikita to be on Raw because then I'm gonna have to watch it.
yeah.
I don't want to watch it. So.
Everybody should just go to SmackDown. That's basically what
Yeah,
Olaf is saying. But
Well, that's
that's
that obstacle.
but yeah, no, I definitely see where you're coming from with that because I mean it is right there for the taking if they did do that. Um, was she the one that? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong here. When Nikita had the ACL, or wait, no, she's still suffering from the ACL thing, right?
Yeah.
Is Zoe because of that?
No,
Apparently, it's still a mystery of attacker. The video that they showed, it had Zoe walking off in a hoodie. So
it's the NXT parking lot. You can never. It's the most dangerous place on earth.
Oh, that's right. It did happen in the parking lot.
It's the NXT parking lot. What you expect?
everyone thinks it's
So,
her, but we don't really know. But we know.
so for her, it was that in the NXT parking lot. But for my girl, it was just she's just attacked
Yeah.
backstage.
Yeah.
Sol Ruka didn't do anything wrong. She's just trying to exist, being looking beautiful as always. And
You know what I think it was, Phil? They just wanted to see you suffer. No, so look on your TV. They just wanted to see you stress out.
it's hard for Loff and I out here, okay? And we just have to take it with our
So
chin held
we
up
should do?
high, but it sucks, man.
You know what we
Our
should do,
girls
bro?
are out.
This we're gonna do. Me and you are gonna go to the hospital, okay?
I'm
Go to
down.
the hospital. And no, we're going like to our respective hospitals, like where we live, and we're gonna get our ACLs taken out of our bodies.
What?
We're gonna give our ACLs to them.
To
Now,
them.
what is this conversation?
Yeah.
What is this conversation?
What do you mean? I don't need it.
We're trying to help our women out here, boy.
You don't need the damn.
You're giving it. Don't you need your ACL
For what?
to walk?
She needs it more than I do. She's wrestling. I'm just here, I'm
Wow.
chilling.
Wow.
I mean, I stream for most of the day, so I mean, I'm here.
Wow.
I can have a crutch. I've been on crutches before. They suck, but crutches are a thing.
Yeah, but you're gonna be there for life. You're not getting that ACL back.
There's always replacement surgery.
Okay.
Telling you off. We got this. We got a plan here. We got this. Nikita, we got you. Soul, we got you. Dude, imagine if they ever teamed up with each other. I
I
would
need to.
legitimately have no idea what to do with my life. I mean, I can't even get enough with her and Damian Palmer, let alone her and Nikita. I can't hear you, bro. You're muted.
The Soul Lions.
So alive.
The Lions of Soul get
There it
Matt Hardy
is.
up in
See, there
here.
it is. There it is. You got it.
Oh,
Still got it. Yep. Yep. Copyright. Copyright. Use that. I
this is
swear to God, Philip. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am
No.
legitimately putting that together in 2K as soon as we get off of here.
Go Lions. Come on, man.
that's
The
crazy.
Lions of Soul with Matt Hardy as their manager because he always does that. It works. It works, man. It works. We got the dilapidated boat. We got the stick of kendo. We got the chair of steel. You know, there's a lot you can do with that. You know, it's perfect, man. Telling you, the
I'm
Lions
with
of
it.
Soul. Putting that together in 2K, bro. As soon as I get off here,
I'm with
I'm
it.
doing a match.
I am with it.
Oh, man.
So Byron Saxon is backstage with Rhea Ripley and Dominic Mysterio. He asked if there's any extra pressure, knowing that she is the SmackDown Women's Champion on Raw. She says, "Well, I welcome the pressure." Um, and then wasn't Tozawa just come into frame laughing, and Dominic Mysterio just tries to act all tough. He's like, "Hey, Woods, shut the fuck up." He didn't say that, but I would have loved it if he did. He says, "Listen, you might want to actually show some respect when mommy is talking." And then Woods is like, "Listen, bro, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about here, but you know, if you want to fight, the fight is what you're gonna get. How about we do this tonight?" Tozawa then just walked off. Just he just walked off. I
He
don't know if that was supposed to
disappeared.
happen or not, but he just
He's a
walked
ninja,
off.
man. He's a ninja. He disappeared.
So he just walks away. And then Rhea says, Dom Dom accepts. And then Xavier is like, where? God dang it, where did Akira go? Akira!
I'm telling you,
Tozawa!
it's the ninja powers. It's the ninja powers, man. It's the
So
ninja powers.
Tozawa's just gone. He's just lost. And
He was like
Woods is
ninja
gonna
vanished.
try to find him.
He ninja vanished.
And then we got this fucking terrible segment with Trish. Dude, I love Trish Stratus. I do. I think Trish is beautiful. I think Trish is, life. Trish is everything. But this is not good. This is not good at all.
It was not. She called a
Um,
she called a 2-year-old stupid for not knowing the colors. And
like,
she's too
what?
Trish. Don't you have kids? You should know this stuff.
Like why? Like why was this even here? So, uh, so she walks down to the ring wearing a Becky Lynch is missing, uh, prison T-shirt. She tells Kevin Patrick that she knows his compatriot is missing, but they will find her. She says that she has used all of her platforms and tools to try to find her. She asks Corey to tweet about it, and when they find Becky, everyone will be saying, "Thank you, Trish." She says Becky will probably be found in a small corner of Iowa, crying with her dumb daughter. She says that Becky's daughter is 2 years old and she doesn't even know her colors. She says Becky will not be coming to Raw because this is her show, her spotlight, and no one is going to steal that spotlight. Trisha says that she does not care if you are Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch's music then hit. Trisha pretends to look for Becky, but she says that we are all so gullible. Tristan says that Becky is never coming back. She says that this is one time her daughter wanted a doll, and they bought it and then uh, bought it and brought it over. I guess. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that meant. Trish says that her daughter wanted to call the doll Becky Lynch, and Trish asked her why. And her daughter said because she is pretty. Becky's music then hit, and then Trish said, "Guys, listen, the joke is done. Monkeys in the production truck, just turn the music off. The bit is done." Then we see Becky Lynch standing behind Trish. She took off her jacket. Fans started chanting her name, and Becky punched her, did an uppercut, a back exploder, and Trish ran away. While Becky grabbed the microphone and said that she is back. And that was basically the segment
Yeah.
in a nutshell.
And how rude. They cut Becky Lynch off. She was about to say something else. But the music hit.
Yeah. So so that was that. This was just bad. This was just bad overall.
It was very bad.
I love Becky. Trish Stratus is great. But Trish Stratus is not meant to be on WWE programming week in and week out in a feud from what's most likely going to be happening at SummerSlam, but who knows, they might even push this up to the Night of Champions now, and if anything, they probably just want to get it over with, so not doing it now instead of waiting until freaking August. Honestly, to me, that's probably the best bet, and that's it. I don't want it anymore.
Yeah. I sort of agree with you, but I'm never gonna complain about Trish Stratus on my TV.
So, so we'll see where things go from there. It is a matter of time till we find out what is actually going to be happening when it comes to that, and we'll see. So Dominic took on Xavier Woods here. Not bad, actually. I didn't really expect.
No, it was not bad.
I didn't really expect much from this, but it wasn't bad. By any means, Dominic won here, which actually did kind of surprise me. but this was good for what it was. It was a roll-up victory, so it wasn't really anything too special there. But Dominic won and got the job done, so it was what it was. Not bad, but just it was. So.
Dom did it.
All right, how much did he get? What? All right, yeah. So, okay, so after all that took place, Shinsuke was backstage, not happy that he lost. I'm freaking losing my voice over here, boy. Shinsuke's not happy that he lost, and Miz told him that last week Raw was more difficult than SmackDown. He should have had his back. Miz told him that if he had his back, he would have had his. And we would both be in the tournament right now, but that's not happening right now, and that's not the case. Miz says that they will be chanting Misuke Nakamura if they ever teamed up with each other.
Well, that's interesting thing.
And Nakamura said, "All right, cool. So what's going to happen is going to be Nakamura versus Miz 1-on-1. E versus Ichi next
Mano
week.
Mano.
Mano y mano. Ichi and Ichi next week." And Miz is like, "No, that's exactly the opposite what I said, but okay." Then Chelsea and Sonya ran into the tag team champions. They said, "Listen, you two are gonna lose the damage control, and then we're gonna take the tag team titles." And Raquel and Will were like, "Oh yeah." Just Yeah. Okay. I don't care, man. I don't care about the tag team titles. I don't. I never did.
At least they're doing something with them shit. I don't
I
care
mean, I
if but
guess.
at least they're doing something.
I guess. But not much.
No.
So Captain Kelly is backstage with Cody Rhodes.
Looking
He
good
says
as
that,
always.
he says that he does not feel good. He doesn't get to be the first World Heavyweight Champion on Monday Night Raw, a tournament that was his to win. He doesn't know what else he has to say. He turns back and says that he knows that this is the second time that Brock Lesnar has attacked him for no reason from behind. The only reason he could think of is that Lesnar's long reigning grip over the main event scene has been releasing, and he has been the top guy and the man around here, but he doesn't think that Brock can handle that. Cody says that if Lesnar wants to fight against all his better judgment, let's fight. Cody Rhodes accepts Lesnar's challenge at Night of Champions.
Um, I hope there's a stipulation to the match. You know, not a
I hope
regular
so too.
match. And not a fight pit, for fuck's sake. We want Cody to live. We want Cody
I
to
want
live.
Cody to live too, but I'm just saying, if it is a fight pit, good luck, Cody.
Gonna witness some out on live TV.
And then finally, the main event, man. World Heavyweight Championship Tournament semifinal match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. A match 7 years in the making. Fantastic main event. There's a spot in this match where Balor did the buckle bomb to Seth Rollins to the barricade, which coincidentally enough is what separated Balor's shoulder that night. So that was a nice callback and a receipt there. There's actually just a lot of callbacks to that match. There are a lot of spots that were happening in this match that happened in the 2016 match at SummerSlam. So if you guys caught that, then good on you guys for knowing your history. But yeah, there was just a lot of similarities from this match to the one back in 2016. And the commentary, mainly Corey Graves, we're talking about that. And that was great. That was great to see. And seeing Seth Rollins win to go to the finals at Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions made it all much more special, you know? So this was good. This was very, very good. Finn Balor drop kicks Seth as he climbs to the top rope. Finn then goes for the coup de grace, but Seth moves out of the way. Seth then hits a pedigree. He goes for a cover, but Finn kicks out. Seth then goes for a stomp. Finn moves out of the way and rolls, but Seth Rollins hits him with a stomp to the face. Like he put his boot to his legitimate face, and then Balor is stuck. He is sturdy, and he is just on wobbly knees and hands and everything. Got into the stomp position, hit another stomp. Did Seth? And 1, 2, 3. Seth won there.
Okay.
The stomp to the actual face, bro, was nasty.
That was crazy.
That was nasty, but I absolutely loved that. And then they transitioned into normal stomp. Great stuff there to end it. And Finn, even in defeat, looked great. And Seth goes on to Saudi Arabia to fight for the World Heavyweight title at Night of
Mm-hmm.
Champions. Very good main event. Nothing to complain about there. Right call, right decision. Good stuff. Nothing really to complain about, man.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing too bad. The right person won. Although, if Finn Balor would have won, I wouldn't have been too. I wouldn't have been too mad because those are my two faves going at it. So I'm happy either way.
I would have been fine either way too. I would have been fine if Balor won. I would have definitely been fine if Seth won. Regardless, it was the right call. It was actually going to be the right call regardless, because honestly, Seth going to the World Heavyweight Championship, that makes perfect sense. But if Balor won, I'm like, all right, they're actually going to do it. They're actually going to give him a real World Championship run that he should have had back in 2016. I would have been
Yes.
fine either way. And
Yes.
trust me, man, this is not the last time we're going to see Finn Balor in a World Heavyweight title picture.
Oh
Not at
no,
all.
no.
Not at all. I definitely do see him winning the World Heavyweight Championship at least some point. Like, honestly, and obviously this is going to happen within this time frame, but at least by 2025, he is going to be World Heavyweight Champion. At least within the next 2 years. At
I
least.
he better be.
He
I'm
has
calling.
to be.
I'm calling for him to win next year's Rumble.
I would not mind that. I would not mind that at all. Honestly, at this point, like I'm just thinking at least within the next 2 years, he has to be a world champion. The
Yes.
guy is just ready, man. He's been ready. It's just injuries sucked for him in his career. That's the only thing that was holding him back at that point in time.
Yeah.
The only thing.
Also, a guy named Vince McMahon.
There's that too, but I mean, now it's Triple H, and Triple H and Finn Balor, the history between those two. So those
Yeah.
guys, Triple H is going to do right by him. And he did right by him tonight, even in the loss. So this was great. Um, Finn Balor, you killed it, man. Seth Rollins, you're always killing it. So there's nothing to complain about there on that end of things. And overall, it was a good Monday Night Raw. It was a good Monday Night Raw. It wasn't the greatest, but this felt good. This felt good.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's your Monday Night Raw post show, guys. If you guys liked what you heard tonight, make sure to like button, subscribe to your channel, turn on the bell for all notifications. Thank you, Siki, for sponsoring the channel. OTB20 at checkout gets $20 off your first purchase. Go down to the links in the description. Go get the merch for OTB, My Store, and Loft Store. And follow us on social media, man. TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @PhillyMet_. Tay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's your boy Tay. It's always, a pleasure being on outside playing and whatnot. You can follow me on TikTok, NBA Tay02 or NBA Tay Talks Wrestling. Sponsored with W. You can use my code NBA Tay. You get 10% off at W.GG. And I'm a WWE Shop affiliate. So use my link
Yes.
and, help a brother out.
There you go, man. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Monday Night Raw post show here on OTB. And we will talk to you possibly tomorrow on Tuesday's talk. But if not, I'll see you Wednesday for Wednesday Night Dynamite. Talk to you guys soon, guys. Peace.
Yeah.